Every major change in the world of money happens quietly. Not with announcements, not with celebrations, and definitely not with permission. Instead, it begins with silence, a slow shift behind the curtain, one that only becomes obvious long after it's already changed your life. Today, we are living inside one of those silent shifts. The US isn't just managing its money anymore, it's rewiring it, restructuring it, preparing for something bigger than inflation or interest rates. And strangely, the clues are hiding in two opposite worlds. Crypto, the newest form of freedom. Gold, the oldest form of value. One represents the future, the other represents the past. But together, they reveal a strategy the US hasn't publicly explained. A strategy already shaping the next financial era. Before we dive into the strategy, we need to understand the pressure behind it. The US faces a challenge no superpower has ever faced. A financial system built for the 20th century, struggling in the 21st. Debt is high, trust is weakening, and the dollar's dominance is being questioned. China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, all building alternatives. No nation gives up control of its money without a fight. And America isn't planning to lose that control. It's adapting, quietly, strategically, systematically. At first glance, crypto and gold couldn't be more different. Crypto is digital, gold is physical. Fast-moving digital data waves vs. slow cargo ship carrying gold. Crypto and gold floating outside a giant cracked dollar symbol. And that's why the US is studying them closely. When a financial system is under pressure, you don't defend it with old tools. You redesign it, using new and old tools blended together. Enter the silent strategy, crypto for control, gold for confidence. Puzzle pieces labeled crypto and gold snapping together unexpectedly. The US doesn't need to dominate every cryptocurrency. It only needs to shape the environment where crypto exists. And gold, it becomes the anchor for global trust. The world won't return to the old gold standard. It's moving toward a hybrid system, digital on top, gold quietly underneath. US capital in shadows, glowing crypto symbols floating above it. Moody cinematic gold-blue lighting. That is, not entirely true. Governments hate uncontrolled crypto. But programmable crypto, traceable crypto, regulated crypto? That's not a threat. That's an opportunity. This is where we separate two very different worlds. Public crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Public crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. They may look similar, but their purpose is completely different. If Bitcoin were going to replace the dollar, it would have already. But Bitcoin has limits. Scarcity, store of value, but not ideal for controlling an economy. Too volatile, not programmable, not regulator-friendly. So what does the US do? It doesn't fight Bitcoin. It lets Bitcoin grow, while building the alternative it can control. Enter the digital dollar. Blockchain, instant settlement, programmability, lower cost. For a government under pressure, a digital dollar is a solution. You can't introduce a digital dollar to a world that doesn't understand digital money. That's where public crypto becomes useful. Bitcoin taught the world about digital assets. Ethereum taught the world about smart contracts. And stablecoins taught the world what digital dollars feel like. The US didn't fight crypto. It let crypto pave the way. Regulation became the silent tool. What they want is control, not destruction. By regulating exchanges, not coins, the US gains leverage. You don't need to destroy crypto when you can control the access points. A digital dollar gives the US a modern monetary system. And it lets the US rewrite the rules of money, quietly. Crypto isn't replacing the dollar, it's teaching the world to accept the next dollar. And that brings us to the deeper layer of this strategy: gold. Crypto represents the future of money. Gold represents the memory of money. To understand why the US is reconnecting to gold, we must understand trust. The world trusts gold more than it trusts governments. Every financial system in history returned to gold when trust collapsed. Gold isn't powerful because it shines, it's powerful because it stabilizes. And right now, the world is in a trust deficit. That's why nations everywhere are buying gold at record levels. They see gold as insurance, leverage, negotiation power. And the US knows this better than anyone. The US owns more gold than any nation on Earth. Over 8,000 tons, sitting quietly in the shadows. But in a world moving toward digital money, this gold becomes strategic. It becomes trust collateral, the quiet backbone of the new system. But in a world moving toward digital money, this gold becomes strategic. Digital currency for speed, gold for stability. It becomes trust collateral, the quiet backbone of the new system. The new system won't be a gold standard, and not pure crypto either. It will be a hybrid, digital on the surface, gold underneath. This hybrid solves two major problems: trust and long-term value. That's why gold matters again, not as money, but as confidence. Crypto modernizes the system, gold stabilizes it. And the dollar, it remains the system. That's the silent strategy, not replacing money, but rewriting I. The US isn't resisting the future, it's designing it. And the transformation won't be announced. You won't hear, "Welcome to the new financial system," because the shift is already happening, quietly. People won't notice it until they're already living in it. Crypto and gold aren't opposites anymore. They're becoming parts of the same architecture. The future won't be digital, or physical, or decentralized, or centralized. It will be all of them, working together, under one system. Most people will never see coming. A system built silently, not loudly. Quiet shifts become powerful realities. And by the time the world realizes it, the US isn't fighting the future of money, it's designing it.